All right, doves. Hello, welcome back. We're going to be doing a year ahead reading, okay? It's going to be career, love, and just general, everyday thing, blah, blah, blah. My life is a disaster in 2023. I'm so over this year, so let's look into 2024. Um, if you can send good vibes my way. Appreciate you guys. I do eventually want to do like tarot reading for people for reading, like for a living. And I do want to eventually like work from home and make this a career. So I'm going to be like saying, hey, there's a tip thing below, there's blah, blah, blah below. Um, I'm hoping I can be more dedicated to it. I'm hoping my life will settle down. It's just been personal upheaval after personal upheaval. Every step forward I take this year has been followed by two steps back. So, kind of gotten a little. Wickley's chiming in, my dog. Sorry if you hear her barking. Kind of gotten a little fudged this year, okay? So, I hope you guys this year's better. Um, and I hope you guys are doing well. So, down below our links, we got Wickley, I love you. Can you be quiet, please? I'm talking to the people. Yeah. So down below we got the link to our there she is. She's like, go, support us. Support mom. Yeah, you little butthead. Anyway, so down below is a link to my Amazon wishlist to help me rebuild my collection for um the channel because my tarot decks got stolen. So I have very little, and I haven't had time to rebuild that collection because it was like a 2 year collection. I started in 2022. And anyways, or the begin or late 2021, one of those years. Anyways, so yeah. So if you buy an Amazon something off my Amazon wish list and ship it to me, just leave your name in the link below. Okay. Not in the link. So you can send it as a gift and leave a message. Just ask your question. I'm not going to give health advice or like legal advice, right? Talk to professionals about that. Um, so I'm not comfortable with like giving that kind of advice because energies change and energy is fluid. But ask your question. I'll try to keep the videos to 10, 15 minutes in length. Um, Maybe ask two just in case like the first answer comes up like right away, and I will send you a link, an email if you leave your email and your questions in the Amazon little card you can give me um, as a thank you. And then I also have a tip if you like this video, just like and comment. Subscribing really helps. I have a tip jar. I have a and I have an Etsy. You can see the deck that's going to be there. I'm going to be releasing another deck in 2024, for sure one more. I'm going to try to do more than that, but I have to do at least one because I really love creating decks. I love it. Um, so you can find my Oracle deck there. Yeah, so any support you can give me, I much appreciate you guys. Honestly, if all you can do is watch the video and give me that view and a like, that's more than enough for me. I appreciate you guys going on this wild ride with me this year. I'm going to revamp my Patreon by the end of January. I'll update you guys on that on a short, okay? All right. Now pick a pile for your year ahead reading. One, two, or three. I don't even have stones like the little ones that I can put on them anymore, which really sucks because I really liked giving you your own stone to pick for the pile, you know. Um, but I'm working on because my crystals were stolen too. Working on that. Hopefully, once I get settled and I can afford my bills, like I can start doing that again. All right, ready? One, two, three. All right, here we go. Pile one, I already started shuffling your cards. So these are what doors are opening. This is my Oracle deck. You can find my Etsy shop link below if you want it. It's $67. It comes with its own bag and a tumbler stone. Shipping's going to be long right now because of Christmas, and I'm not going to be home for a little bit, so it's a little bit longer. But usually I try to ship them right away. So I was shuffling and drawing, and then it came 53, 54. So I'll tell you what these cards are for afterwards, but let me draw one more. All right. I'll put this one over here. Camera angle's a little different now, so got to work with like a little bit less space. So this was what doors are opening for you in all of the three categories, which is the deck really wants to talk. Holy smoky dokey dokes. So I prefer shuffling like this and then just drawing, right? I'll give you a bonus card because I drew it. This is overall year, I'll say, okay? Creeping in, hidden, occult, mysteries, deeper knowing. This is kind of like diving into the occult, so like tarot, astrology. It's kind of like 8th house vibes, right? So this is what doors are opening in love, what doors are opening in career, what doors are opening in general for you, and then overall year, okay? Um, and then we're going to put overall year a little bit up. We're just going to move the stars. The stars are coming with me. I'm moving again. Oh God, please make it stop. We'll do tarot at the end because this is going to get a little bit, again, I have like less space. All right, so how will pile one know if this is their reading or not? That's what the dice are for. So if you hear anything that resonates with these dice, this pile is for you, okay? You might have been dealing with a lot of two-faced people this year, a lot of betrayals, or not knowing people's intentions this year. It looks like you got Cancer in the 5th house. You've gotten you kind of like left that behind you, cut those people out, and are experiencing like a happier or about to experience a happier period in time. We got a little bit of magic in the palm of someone's hand. The reason I say that is because the trees are smiling and it's like a sun walking into the sunset. So you're going to be living your best life. Don't worry about these people. Yeah, and then we have the castle with the fanfare. Just live your best life. That's to me is the best revenge. Like you have somebody protecting you with the knight and shining armor here, and it might have been a lot of women. It might have been like toxic women in your life because we got like Cinderella stepmothers. What this dice reminds me of. So yeah, any of that resonates. You might also be having fun with your close friends or family more um, than letting new people in with the Cancer in 5th house. You could be dating a Cancer. Yeah, if any of that resonates, this pile is for you. Moving on. All right, so we're gonna move this down, keep this center, move this like right here. I want it to be like, oh, maybe it can be. Hold on. Tilt, tilt. Oh. Uh-huh. Well, you can't read the card, but I'll read it for you because you can't read it anyways because the camera doesn't zoom in like that. So, the reason I was so shocked and why I started recording me shuffling it, because I was like, I'll just shuffle it and get it out of the way, right? No, because I only have 2 cards in this deck. So, in my Oracle decks, what I'm doing that's unique and different to set them apart is I am doing this, see this golden band? This card corresponds with another deck I want to come up with. This is my like doors and rooms-esque deck, right? So there's rooms, but this is mostly like a doors and windows deck. So these 2 houses connect to another deck, right? And it's the finding a place to land. So like finding home, and the golden line just signifies that it's a connector card. Like these are legacy cards. Like they're kind of like major arcana and tarot for me. So this one says 53. This is for, I believe this was general, love, and then it was career. So if you know yourself, you will always be able to find your true north, even in the densest of fogs. And I feel like that's what you're working on. You're cutting these toxic people out of your life and realizing it's not necessarily you. It's just they don't vibe with you anymore. And then we have 54, so it's like tick tick, going up. Um, and then 54 is a legacy is created through grit and hard work, but dreaming it is the first step into bringing it into reality, right? And that's for love. Um, so maybe you got to set down like firm foundations for what you want in love this year, or it's going to be more work than maybe you were thinking. Maybe you're more of a romantic, and it's like love is work, love is choice. Like you wake up every day and choose to love that person, you know? 46. Sometimes you can't help your feelings, obviously, but during the hard days, you still wake up and choose to love that person. Time to mix up the same old, redecorate, or to go do something fun. This to me is signifying that maybe there's a change in career. Um, Maybe you need to add some fun back in your career or do something completely different because maybe you've been stuck. So it's like mixing it up a bit. It might not be a full change, it might be like a promotion or doing something different at work that gets you noticed. And then we have the overall year creeping in, hidden, occult, mysteries, deeper knowing. I just drew you that bonus card, so maybe it's going to be getting more in touch with the rest of it. All right, so love for pile number one. Love for pile number one. Love. I'm gonna do two because I want to add these. Love for pile number one. But this is a card that could go like it could be like a life partner kind of card. We'll obviously see what what comes in, right? But it could be you're meeting your life partner this year or you're upping a commitment you're already in. Um, all right, and then for those, what do I want to do for general? What might they have to overcome in 2020? This is going to be like one of the deeper reading. It's going to have a lot of information. All right. They're really slippery today. They don't like me right now. I know. That, what is this? Okay. All right. So, all right. So, overall year, we got what you might have to overcome. All right. What blessings are coming in 2024, and then the archetype of 2024. So, what you might have to overcome is gilded regret. So there might be, um, it looks like elven but childlike. So maybe Maybe there's some guilt about not being able to give enough to your children, and I'm sorry if any messages trigger you. Um, I don't mean to, and I understand struggle. I understand not having enough. Um, so I don't ever want anybody to have to suffer or not have enough. Like I don't agree with the way the world is run with that. So gilded regret. Maybe you chose money over something more important. Um, or that maybe you have to just like balance out, like maybe there's like with the declutter and mix it up and do something fun. Maybe you're working too much. Maybe you're a hard worker, but you're also a workaholic and you need to realize you don't have to hold the purse strings so tight. If you have enough, say just set aside a fund. Start setting up aside a fund, however much you can put in that fund to do a day trip or to go on a vacation. Because each person's means is different. Like I I'm in a really bad position right now, but I still went to the like lake with my dog today. I just drove down and took her on a walk. So like whatever you can do, you know? Um so yeah, I understand. Uh trust me, I'm so afraid right now, but it's going to be okay. Like if it was meant to work out, it would have. So blessings, root, connection. So you're probably going to connect with somebody like a life partner this year or somebody really influential like and it's the heart space kind of even though it says root like the heart space is really open here, so there's going to be somebody really influential this year that's going to really help you. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be romantic, we'll see in a second, but I feel like it's going to be like there's going to be a lot of love and nurturing this year for you guys. And then the theme of the year, the Archer. So hello Sagittarius, happy birthday. It's our birthday. Gosh, it's supposed to be our season. And I feel like the season has just like stabbed me over and over again, like honestly. But I hope it gets better because, we got this. The Archer, biding your time, planning ahead. So there might be a lot of planning ahead this year. Um, and a lot of planning on what you want to do. Like explore more, do more fun things. Don't just work all of the time. All right, so in love, we have a legacy is created through grit and hard work, but dreaming it is the first step into bringing it into reality. So maybe you're manifesting a great love. Lasting love, as I say that, this is your true love. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Reaching out. Expect a call or text from your person of interest. So you guys might have a crush on somebody and they might be reaching out. Obviously, take it if it resonates. Um, but there might be somebody who is really like um, you weren't quite. It's gonna come kind of out of the blue with the Archer. I feel like even though that's like the theme of the year, I feel like I kind of read them as this is separate but also together. Kind of like each row is separate but also together. So bear with me. I'm kind of chaotic. Sorry, it's shaking. I'm getting a better table hopefully soon. The Archer. Yeah, it's gonna come out of the blue around the new year. I think sometime in January. And then Atlantis. So maybe going to the water. There's also two dolphins. Um, so that's like playful energy. Dolphins are very playful. Um, I've learned about dolphins enough to never be able to look at them the same again, but I'm not going to ruin that for you guys. And then the archetype of love this year is going to be the champion, achievement and downfall. So it's really like use your discernment. I'll read them to you. I forgot to read. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. The Citadel. This is the Citadel deck. It's one of my favorite decks. Um, so we're going to go ahead and read the Archer and the Champion for you. Oh, here's the Champion. All right, so the Champion. Steel flashes in the sun. An opponent yields. The crowd roars. Victory is a heady brew. Wiggly, no barking. Thank you. No. Hey. Thank you. Good girl. Brew. And the champion raises their arms, drinking in the praise and adoration. But overconfidence is blinding, and behind them, their opponent gets back on their feet. They're riding high on victory at the moment, and you've earned the right to celebrate, but don't let it go to your head. Not only could the arrogance unpick all of your progress, but if you turn your back on that half-finished job, you may see those successes fall apart faster than you can hold them together. What this is telling me is one, um, be careful who you talk to about your successes and what's going on in your life in general this year, especially love. Two, follow through with whatever you decide to do. Like if you're going to shoot that shot, shoot it with the archer here. Okay? So there's no hesitation or it could get away from you kind of thing. Obviously, this archery is strategic and takes dedication and skill, right? So plan it out. Make sure you plan it out with the champion and the archer here, but when it's time to take that shot, shoot it. Okay? So that's what I'm getting. There might, with the champion here, achievement and downfall, it could be that um, some of you like you think this is your lasting love. You think this is gonna work out, and it doesn't work out. Um, I don't think that's for very many of you. Those of you have healed like your relationship issues and aren't dependent on a relationship. Um, this isn't a message for you, but some of you have a lot of self-healing to still do. Wickley, no barking, please. Thank you. Good girl. Hey! I said no. Mom voice. Come on. All right. And then for career, the arts. Oh God, that just like flew off the table. And oh, there it is. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna do tarot here in a second, but the arts. Time to mix it up. Same old, redecorate or do something fun. The arts, toad awareness. Maybe you guys are starting your own business or starting to do something more creative for a business or doing something more creative at work. We have the toad, which is awareness, and letters, communication. Maybe you guys, it's like a work connection with love because communication and reaching out. We also have the guide, inheritance and correction. So maybe some of you are in leadership roles in work or going to be this year, and maybe you have like a unique take on it. Maybe you can plan like events to bring coworkers closer together, stuff like that. That's really all I'm getting with career. I feel like it's like with it's not gonna be really a career focused year. It's gonna be more focused on like this connection that's coming in for you. And then career is just to help you get there. I feel like you guys, some of you need to stop focusing so much heavily on career. I feel like there's some workaholics in this group. Let's get tarot. So love for pile number 1 in 2024, please. Okay, I'm good. I'm still recording. When I went to check, it was 23 minutes even to see if I was recording. Love in 2023. Okay, got it. Um, so I feel like some of you are getting over a heartbreak at the beginning of the year or at the end of this year. And it's a lot of air energy here with the Knight of Swords and the Star. I also feel, let me check the bottom of the deck, the Moon. So I also feel like a lot of you, there's a lot of Aquarius energy here with the Star and the Knight of Swords. I think I might have already said that. Forgive me, I'm a little out of it. Um, the Five of Cups. And so the Knight of Swords specifically is kind of the most chivalrous of the knights in a way. I heard this on another video and I forget whose, but it made so much sense to me. So the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving. He's ready to charge in and defend you, right? It's also communication, and we have reaching out here. And this is your true lasting love in the star. So I feel like this is a lot of healing from past wounds. This connection is going to be very healing for you either way, right? Let's see. We'll do career and then we'll do general year. Career for 20. It said leave it reverse, so I wasn't gonna take reversals, but I will. Career for 2024. Career for 2024. How do you want this to fall, Spirit? Okay, we'll just do it like that, I guess. So, It could go either way. The Wheel of Fortune, it's not decided how it's going to turn yet. Um, I don't feel like career is a major focus this year. It's either going to be lucky or unlucky. No matter what, the moon is still on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like with the Knights of Cups in reverse, you shouldn't focus too heavily on this. Um, you should focus more on your uh, connections and just work to get the bills paid and stuff, but don't take anything too personally or emotionally. The wheel, it hasn't decided which way to turn, and there's something about maybe a fast communication coming in or like getting in and out with work. Just like, I'm here to do my job, I'm here to collect my paycheck, I'm done now. Overall year for pile 1 2024, please. Piece of wands. Overall year, pile 1 2024. Ooh. Overall, that was a jumper. All right, so if anybody's worried about those who have hurt you in the past, we have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. If anybody's like worried about like, oh, what's gonna happen to those people that hurt me in the past, kind of thing, right? Don't worry about it. It's not for you to worry about. Um, just let karma do its thing. Stay out of it. Let those people go. Cut those chains that bind you. There's a new beginning here, a very passionate one. Um, writing, singing, creative stuff. There's also could be love. It could be sexy times with the Devil and the Ace of Wands here. And then we have Justice and the Chariot. So overall, this is going to be a very big year for you because it's 3 major arcana in the general year, right? And then we have 1 major arcana in each section of the other 2. So the Star and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is very much if you can cut those old ties and heal your shadow and integrate it in your everyday life, this year is going to be very good and prosperous for you. Some of you might struggle with that. Just look into it and take care of yourselves, doves. This has been your reading. It's going to be a bit of a longer reading, even though it's only like 30 minutes. I know that's not as long as other readers. I got it done pretty quick. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. It'll probably be after I move. I just wanted to get this one out there for you guys to help you with the year ahead. And good luck. I wish you guys the best, and I hope you find the love that you want this year and can focus more on yourself and what you want. All right. Bye bye, doves. Take care. Links down below. Ching ching. All right. Pile number 2. Let's go. You picked this one. I got your tarot at the end there. I got some of this is my oracle deck. Link down below. Bottom of the deck, 5. Comfortable and familiar, returning to your roots. So, I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice. If any of the messages from the dice resonate, this is a sign that this pile is for you. So, let's go ahead and see. This is your pile. If not, you can repick or go find a different video, okay? There's a lot of great readers out here. So music. Some of you might have written Wickley, no barking. Some of you might be listening to music right now or written songs this year or poems or something. Some of you might be dealing with people who are jealous of you. This year means 2023, by the way. You guys might like Sailor Moon or Magical Girls anime. You guys might have seen Peter Pan recently or been to Disneyland because that reminds me of Tinkerbell. And then we also have Aladdin with the 3 wishes here. Hey, no barking. Thank you. Then we have this goblin. Maybe you guys like Goblin Slayer. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of trolls in your everyday life. Maybe people are really greedy around you, want you to do a lot for them. Wickley, no. Um, you guys might be dreaming of your dream home or dream job, something like that. Maybe you watched Ariel recently. A lot of Disney, so maybe a lot of Disney fans. 12th house in Taurus. Jupiter's in Taurus right now. I just looked that up today. Where Jupiter was. Um, but maybe there's been a hidden like financial gain recently that you didn't see coming. Something like that, or like a trip or something that you didn't see coming. Um, and if any of these messages resonate, this pile is for you. We're going to go ahead and get into the reading pile number 2. Let's go. All right. It's going to be a bigger reading. Okay. So we're just going to get into it. Um, yeah, let's go. So we got these 3. I'll tell you what they mean in a second. All right. So move these over just a little bit so you can see them. All right. On the deck, the catalyst, radical changes, taking control of your life. Life gives you lemons. You make lemon candy. I don't know. It doesn't have to be lemonade. Wickley, no barking. I'm sorry she's barking so much. She's playing with the cat. During your reading, she's barking a lot. So maybe you guys are gonna get a puppy or something, or maybe you just got a puppy. Maybe like dogs. Maybe you're a dog lover. But she's 9 months, so she's learning. She's learning. You're learning. Yeah, you're doing okay. I love you. No barking. All right. Tell me about. We're gonna go ahead and just remember that. Oh, okay. That's a funny message. So this card is um, what 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 challenges are you gonna have to overcome in 2024, right? And all of the cards like basically popped out, and I heard all of them. So challenges aren't gonna necessarily, I think, be too much of a problem this year for you. You're gonna just breeze through them like faster than maybe anyone expects you to, and maybe even the universe. So they're gonna just like be like, wow. Blessings. All right. Hey. No, ma'am. All right. Almost done. Sorry, guys. It's a bigger reading. I wanted you to see the shuffle process mostly on camera. So, yeah. Um, all right. So, The Enchanter, deception and trickery. So this is general year, right? This is love, and this is career. All right, let's get into it. You can say career or finances. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a love guru. I just love love. I am not. I'm just a tarot reader on the internet, right? This is general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Um, but some message may be for you, some may be for other people listening. Just go with your intuition. Use it. It's your tool. You got this. Okay, so general year 27. Take your time. Beauty is created slowly and methodically. So take your time this year to let people in, to get to know them. Make sure they're a right fit for you. Make sure everything generally is a right fit for you. There's no rush. Take your time. We got the Enchanter with deception and trickery. So you like again, you're gonna overcome all the challenges, right? But this may be like a challenge year for you. What challenges are you overcoming besides all of them? Forgetting oneself. So as long as you so if you stand for nothing, like if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything, right? So figure out what your core is, what your ethics are, and don't let anybody tell you different. And that's extremely hard, especially when everybody is screaming at you that it's your fault and you've done wrong and all of that, right? But just stand in your truth and live your best life. Don't forget yourself. That's going to be the major challenge this year. As long as you got yourself and your own back, because nobody's going to have your back like you can, right? So just have your own back. Don't doubt yourself, and you'll be fine. This is Blessings of the Year 2024. Angel of Divination. So maybe um, you'll probably delve more into your spirituality this year. Your intuition's probably going to be off the charts. Here she is. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name. I'm dyslexic. Angel of Divination. Beautiful card. But I feel like you guys are definitely embracing like a high priestess or who's the hermit kind of energy. Not the hermit as being isolated, but the wisdom of the hermit, you know. Wars and battles. So yeah, this is probably going to be a challenging year, but you got this. Like I feel like you're going to be because on the bottom of the deck when I did that, I had forgiveness. I wonder if it's still there. Leaving or travel is there. But forgiveness was on the bottom of the deck when I pulled that one because I checked it just to see. Because that's just like overall year energy. I didn't have a specific message for that one. Um, but I feel like you're going to be just fine. It could be that you start dreaming about wars and battles too with the Angel of Divination here. Your dreams might be important this year. Um, Especially if you're heavy Pisces placement, dreams are really important for you. We're going to move down to love. Love, we have the cardiographer. We're going to go tarot in just a second. It's going to be at the end. The cardiographer. So that's somebody who makes maps. A crossroads exploration. On the bottom of the deck was traveler leaving, so you might be traveling a lot. You also might be finding yourself this year and who you want to be and becoming that person, right? So I feel like you're going to be making your own map, choosing your own expanding your horizons, especially since Sagittarius season right now. But we also have in love window of freedom. So if you're in a relationship you're not happy in, you're probably going to free yourself from it. Take that as it resonates. So that also is like freedom to choose or feeling free in a relationship, like somebody's uplifting you, not free to like break the rules of whatever your relationship is. Because I know some people have like an open relationship, but they still have rules with that open relationship, right? So there's definitely like this is the window of freedom. It's card number 30. I turned 30 this year in November. So like that's a big card, I think. I don't know why I mentioned all that, but anyways, so I feel like you're gonna feel free in your relationship, which is a beautiful thing because you shouldn't feel stifled or pinned in a relationship. You should be happy to be with that person, right? Love is hard work. Love is a choice. Okay, you wake up every day, no matter how hard the day is with your partner, and choose to love that person. But it's still gonna be very like it's gonna be like kind of an easy breezy. I feel like, uh oh, year. Third party, you may be dealing with a karmic situation. So some of you are freeing yourself from a karmic situation and finding what's better for you. I feel like this is gonna happen in December or January. right? It's going to happen like right away. It's going to happen before the year kind of even kicks off, if it is a thing. If it's not a thing, I feel like some of you may be exploring like opening your relationship. Just be careful when you bring up that conversation with your partner. Obviously, don't already have like, if you have somebody in mind and that's why you're opening the relationship, that to me is not really ethical, but I don't want to judge anybody, right? I feel like that's kind of like emotional cheating already. I've just read a lot of Reddit stories about it, so that's where I'm coming from. But like obviously, well, human, I'm not gonna judge you for your crap. I'm like not a very judgmental person. I just want what's best for all of you. But I feel like maybe somebody you're interested in is with somebody else, but maybe they break up also with this person and maybe come towards you later on in the year, maybe around May. Love language, physical touch. A tender touch means so much. So a lot of you are going to do the bound chicka wow wow this year, and it's going to be really hot and passionate. Monk or nun. I feel like a lot of you have been celibate for a long time and just like waiting for your chance, and this is going to be a year of freedom and exploring. Maybe, okay, this is a different message. Maybe you're like exploring people in general this year and like doing hookups. No shame in your game, man. Do it. Do it. I don't slut shame. I don't believe in that crap. You do you, boo. Guys don't just get to go around and have like the bound chicka wow wow, right? And like and be like praised for it, and then when girls do it, it's like that's messed up. That's sexist. You do you, boo. Like you're gonna explore stuff. You're gonna like, and then like all of a sudden you're after you're like when you're exploring, like maybe around summertime, you're gonna find someone you really like, and you'll be like, oh, okay, let's try it, and you're gonna get like into a relationship. But I feel like last year was kind of a monk or a nun situation. Maybe like you're gonna mess around a bit at the beginning of the year and then get into a committed relationship. Hi. Give me 1 second. I had to let the dog out. Okay, sorry, the cards got twisted too. My bad. Alright, so number 3 is gonna be career. We're gonna do tarot for each of these after. Sorry, the love's kind of so divided. It just seems like there's a lot of different situations for love in this pile. The Hound, loyalty, chains, promises. Be careful with your promises this year. Mean the words you say. I will read the Hound for you guys. I'll read them all. What? Why not? I forgot to do that. I'm just gonna read the Hound. I don't feel like reading the others. The others are straightforward, but I feel like I have to read the Hound. So that's what we're gonna do. The Hound is a. Oh, interesting. The Hound is a court card. Oh, here it is. The Hound paces, awaiting orders. In swearing their loyalty to another, they have learned their place in the world and what is most important to them, but they have also lost their freedom. The Hound's devotion comes from a deep love binding them to a life beyond the person they are sworn to. They have found security in knowing where their next meal comes from, but some part of them still yearns for the wild. Promises are not made lightly, and you may be starting to realize that an agreement you made has come with more restrictions than you thought. Keeping your word is important, but don't let yourself be taken advantage of. It's not too late to decide that a relationship, agreement, or situation no longer benefits you. Don't hold on to ties out of a misguided sense of loyalty or lost time. Sometimes the best path of action is to break free and start again. Okay, so this is personal story time, but the Hound is reminding me of this time. I feel like some of you are going to get a career offer, right? And you're in a relationship and you have to move for this career offer because we had travel and leaving at the bottom of the deck, right? After I shuffled for love. So I feel like some of you are going to get a career offer. You're going to talk to your person about it, and they're not going to be down for it, and they're going to want you to turn it down, right? That's not a very supportive partner. If it was meant to work out, they would work with you, right? They would come promise. If it's just a straight no, it's time to really evaluate the relationship. I once turned down a really amazing, like, probably would have been like a dream for me job because of a guy that I was dating, and he was abusive as heck, and I didn't realize till afterwards, after the relationship. So I that's a regret of mine. I wish I had done it. I wish I had just said, well, if you can't make it work just because I'm going to be blah blah, then I guess it's not going to work, you know? But you should never have to limit yourself and what makes you happy because of another person. Like, if this is something you're meant to do it. Window of taboo. I feel like now that has a different meaning to it. It's like if I choose this path, something's going to die, right? There's no one way or the other with this path. And I feel like you already know. I feel like you already know what choice you're going to make, and I feel like if this love was meant to be, it will be. Um, but and they would work with you. If somebody, so what I learned recently um, is that you can't make people want to make it work just because you want to make it work. If they don't want to make it work, they're not even going to try. They're not even going to lift their pinky finger for you, right? If they're done, they're done. So you can't force people to want to make it work with you just because you're sincere and truly mean it. Cauldron, transformation. You, you guys are choosing career. Circle around the moon, change. You guys are choosing a huge change in career. Uh, Greco-Roman. So some of you might be moving to Greece or Roman or doing something in like history with Greek and Roman, but a lot of you are moving. A lot of you are choosing to move to better your life. And I round of applause for that. Congratulations, slay, queen, king, whatever or what's a non-binary term? Um I'm gonna just say ruler for non-binary, like go slave. Like do what's best for you always and forever. If this connection is meant to work, it will work. No matter what. But I find that career opportunities that really truly mean something and really fulfill you happen so much less often than like connections. Okay? I feel like you're going to do this move, you're going to explore, and then you're going to find something much more fulfilling and that you're more devoted to and doesn't even, and it's freeing for you. It's not even like, it's not a chain like this one is. Let's get your tarot for the general year. General year for pile number 2, 2024. Tell me about their general year, please. Four of Swords. Tell me about their. Some of you are having trouble resting. Some of you are wrestling with this decision. That wants to stay in the reverse. Okay. 2024 general year for pile number 2, please, Spirit. Okay. King of Wands on the bottom of the deck, that's going to be important. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles reversed can be very controlling, especially it can also be financial abusive of a partner. And then we have the Queen of Cups still looking at him, but he's kind of sorry, you saw my head there. He's looking away. He's not even acknowledging her, but she's like looking at him trying to cheers, and he's looking away. I feel like you know this relationship is dead. Um, it's kind of you're just having trouble making that choice. Obviously, use your intuition. Don't let me end your relationship. If it really works for you, disregard this. Maybe you're just afraid that they won't want to move with you, honestly. Maybe you're afraid they're so stuck in their roots, they're not going to want to make it work with you. Talk about it. Talk with them. Just see what you can do. I don't think you'll know your relationship's over if it's over, right? This is just me confirming for you. Don't let me ruin a good relationship for you, obviously. But I feel like those who know it's over and Knight of Cups, I cut the deck on the Knight of Cups. Anyways, those of you who know this relationship is over, there's another connection. once you do this move in this transition and it's upright for you. And then we have the Knight of Cups too. So there's definitely another love connection that's going to happen this year if you leave this old one behind in 2023. Okay? All right. Let me take another sip. I have to make more tea after this, boys and girls and non-binary people. I love you. All right. So we'll go into love now. Love in 2024 for pile number 2. Love. Ah. Lots of cards fell. Oh, I'm going to do this because I saw these two, right? And that's the 2 of Wands was just buried under. So, you're going to leave for work, most of you. 8 of Pentacles is mastering something, a promotion, like leaving for work. 3 of Wands, expansion. Oh, God. My other deck just fell off the deck, and it's the King of Chalices and the Page of Chalices. So, and what is that? It's a major arcana. What is that? I don't know what that one is. The Devil. Yeah, okay. So, you're going to be expanding your horizons, and then there's going to be this, like, the universe is going to offer a helping hand once you make this choice, because it is a scary choice. Whatever you choose, choosing something this big is a scary choice. But there is going to be love. The reason the art on this deck is so bleak is because it's inspired by the reverse images. So the reversal art is what it is. But I feel like you're going to take some time to rest and rejuvenate once you settle in. You're going to be more fulfilled there, more financially abundant there, and you're also going to have more abundance in love there. There's going to be a true soulmate connection, possibly. Clarify this 2 of Cups, please. 3 of Cups. You're probably going to be friends first, and then you're just going to click with somebody a lot. Okay? And then career for pile number 2 in 2024. The Sun. I can't make this up. I can't. The King of Swords. Career for pile number 2 in 2024. The Moon. Career. I don't read the Sun and the Moon. They're obviously opposites, but they're also celestial bodies. They're not like the Emperor, Empress. I don't really read them as divine counterparts. Some people do. I do not. I feel like it's more of a, you made this scary choice, you followed your intuition, and it led you to this abundance. 2024 for pile number 2, career. Devil. 8 of Cups. Yeah, I was just thinking you're leaving this behind. You're leaving these chains and restrictions behind, and you're following your intuition and doing what's best for you. And the 8 of Cups was at the bottom when I was having that thought. You have the King of Swords here, so I feel like you're going to be working for somebody who's very responsible and intellectual. Somebody who's going to give you the keys to the kingdom in a way and really help you advance quite quickly. And you're going to be very happy in this. It's going to require intuition and also, hold on. It's going to require intuition and it's going to require faith, but it's going to pay off for the majority of you. Obviously, use your own intuition. I know I keep saying that, but like I use the pick a card readings as like I don't mess around with my intuition anymore. If it doesn't resonate, I immediately click off. Like I'm good. Like I don't need to listen to something that doesn't click with me. If it's bad and it makes sense, like I still take the message like, oh okay, gotcha. But if it truly doesn't resonate and I feel like it's a past energy or if it doesn't fit my situation at all, I just don't take it. I've unfollowed readers because of it and stuff, so I really want you, it looks like you're really going to, this is going to be a year where forgetting oneself is going to be overcome. You're not going to sacrifice yourself for anybody else anymore. You're going to do what's best for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing selfish about that. Because nobody is going to do truly what's best for you. They're always going to, like, in the end, choose themselves. If you, like, the only person that would probably choose you over themselves is a true empath like me. Like, I would probably give somebody else my uh, life jacket and hope I could swim long enough for help, or maybe switch back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But I I I have to stop sacrificing myself for people who aren't worth it. There's very few people I would give my life jacket to nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Very very few people. Um, but yeah, do what's best for you. There's nothing wrong with that. Love yourself, put yourself first, and see how this year turns out. Let me know how it goes. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Also, Amazon wishlist below. You get a reading if you give me your email and two questions. And when you leave the note for the Amazon gift, in that little note in Amazon, just leave your email, two questions, and I will shoot you a 10 to 15-minute video answering your questions, as long as they follow the disclaimer down below of what I don't answer. And I also have a tip jar, and you can find my portal deck on Etsy. Yeah, it's the When One Door Closes deck. And I hope you guys like this reading. I hope this helped you. And I hope you guys have a very amazing 2024. It looks like you're going to be like beyond happy near the end of the year with how this turned out in your career. Like, you guys are going to be awesome. All right. Bye, doves. Pile number three. Um, so your reading is going to be special. I even drew calling you my special pile because I was going to cancel pile number three. And I really felt bad doing it, so I kept putting this video off and off. But my grandfather passed away and I moved. So I moved right before Christmas, and then my grandfather passed away on the 1st. So it's been a really rough um, time for me. I lost somebody I thought was a good friend, but I attracted a lot of people who are narcissistic in my past, and it just turns out I didn't see him clearly because I was raised by a narcissistic. Two of my parents are, so that's the only two I have. But and then my brother turned out like them, and I went the extreme opposite of being like completely empathetic. So yeah, it's been a rough. That's why I called you my special file, because I feel like anybody who picked this pile, there's been delays or blockages, or life has not been easy for you recently. And I hope it gets better for you, for all of us. Let's get into your reading, because like I haven't felt this much overwhelming channeling in a long time, honestly. So there's a lot of energy backed behind this. Your general year, you got the catalyst, radical changes, and taking control. So you have control in a way over these radical changes, right? Um, you are the author of your own story, okay? I'm going to read the catalyst now. Artifacts lay scattered across the table. A diviner might be able to decipher their meaning, but to the catalyst, they are just a frustrating jumble of clutter. Wherever they go, they seem to be the indicator of change, whether they intended or not. They have toppled empires and ended the reign of kings. Though something has always grown from the rubble, they are always left wondering what calamity comes next. It's reminiscent of the tower for me. Now continuing to read, life does not exist in a state of stasis, and meaningful development only comes with change. To resist it is to resist growth. You must become the catalyst that shakes the very foundations of life. You are a hurricane that blows the cobwebs from the corners. You are the bolt of lightning that topples the tower. You may not know what form this change will take, but change has to happen. Through upheaval, chaos, and destruction, you will be able to restart anew. That just hit so hard for me too. I'm sorry. Um, but you don't have to be the tower, you can be the lightning bolt. You can make these changes that you want. Change is coming. Do you want to maybe get the change that you want because you want something different? Everybody wants something different, but for us, I'm including myself in that because I feel like this is a very clear message coming through. We want good change. We want specific radical change that is good for us, right? Um, at least I do. Maybe you want like a few things changed, and this might not be your pile if that's it, because a lot is changing just from not just this card. So maybe click off. But you have the power to work with the universe instead of lying in a ball and waiting for it, like the tower to fall inside of the tower. Be the lightning that strikes it down and rebuild it. The tower is one of the most powerful cards in the tarot deck, and it is also one of the scariest but most beautiful. It's like that horrifying beauty. Like everybody respects the tower. And I'm also putting up a picture of your reading because I don't have my equipment set up to do this, okay? So y'all getting y'all getting janky. I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go on to um so that was the Citadel um Oracle deck. You also have the Practical Magic Oracle deck with Earth Element grounding. So you're going to be doing a lot of grounding this year. You're going to be seeking what you like. Earth is about creation too. So it's about creating that change you want, forming that clay into the life that you want. It's going after what you need and what you want. We have the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups. It's time to pick. I'm sorry, the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands. It's time to pick that cup you want. It's time to choose your goblet, to choose your path. The scariest part of is choosing it, but you'll like we all have gone down difficult paths before. Maybe some that have been harder than this one, maybe not, but we've all survived those previous paths. Okay? So I have ever faith that you will be just fine with whatever choice you choose. Just choose what's best for you. Don't listen to the big voice screaming in your head, right? Listen to the itty bitty voice that is quietly whispering to you. That's your intuition right there. Listen to that voice that doesn't bring any fear or any pressure with it. That soft, gentle voice, like if you've had that, the comforting whisper of a maternal figure in your life that's whispered in your ear soft things to encourage you, right? That voice is the one you want to listen to. So that's your general outlook of 2024. Sorry it's so late. I felt like I couldn't do it until I was even deciding to upload it today and I'm like, I'm not going to do pile 3 and then something just made me do pile 3. It's going to be janky, so bear with me, but you're getting it. Um I don't know. I just felt really bad not with like my life has been chaos for the last 3 or 4 years. Even before I started my YouTube channel. So I feel really bad. I've been so sporadic with it. I'm trying to be better about it because I really do enjoy helping. But channeling takes a lot out of me in general because I have claircognizance, so it's like direct knowing, and it drains me a lot. So I have to and then life hits me and hits me hard too, so it's not been easy. I'm trying to get better at it. For love, you have the King of Wands and the Six of Wands. I'm doing the tarot first for some reason in love, but there's a victory in love with a fire sign or somebody who's very passionate and creative and likes to take action. They might be a little solemn because this King of Wands looks kind of solemn. Their flame might be a little bit exhausted when you meet them. And I think you'll bring their spark back. You'll bring the spark back to them, sorry. Um, Blood on the Moon is the practical magic oracle card. Destiny. This is a destined connection. I can't tell you how long this destiny will last, but it's somebody you are supposed to meet in this life. And it's blood on the moon, so it's a red moon, right? But it's red, so red is like love and everything. And Valentine's Day is coming up, so that might be important. Discovery, Leo, and then Triumph. So in Triumph, she has three different options. One is like stick skinny, and looks like gloomy and downtrodden. One is a fat, creepy old man who's balding, and then one is a handsome guy, and she seems to be offering the apple to this handsome guy. So you have a lot of options, but some might not be what they seem. So take your time because you also have the Seven Cups in general, so you might have a lot of options this year, a lot of offers. Listen to that little voice and take your time to get to know people before you choose a path in love, I think. You have two Leo cards in this Oracle deck. Um, it's the one of the romantic Oracle naughty decks. I forget which one. Um, Anyways, Discovery. If you want to know what the decks are, there's a list at the end of the video. Discovery, Moon in Leo, Triumph, Sun in Leo. So they might have a Leo Sun or a Leo Moon. The King of Wands could be a Leo. There's a magnet here laying on the bed behind her, and it feels like you're getting to know people, and you're also, what hit me when I drew this card is you're getting to know yourself and what you want, and that'll help you decide as well. Getting to know exactly who you are and what you want and what you need, and then basing your options off that. Also, think of the 80/20 rule. If 80% is right in a relationship, you've hit a jackpot. And you can overlook that 20%, right? Nobody's perfect. You can't expect perfection from humans. I don't even think humans really know what perfection is. You could ask one person what their idea of perfection is, and they might have to think about it for a long time before they answer. They might answer right away because they've been thinking about it, right? But their answer is definitely going to be different from the other person you ask. There is no such thing as perfection. It's just perception. So discovering what you want and what's right for you and going for it, um, yeah, I think that's going to be really helpful, especially if you've already been struggling with like a couple of options. Maybe take a break out from those options and think about it and take time to yourself. Maybe walking in nature might be helpful to you. In the summer, maybe go to an apple orchard near you and pick apples as well, because there's an apple tree in one of these pictures, and it just made me think of that. All right, now on to career and finances. Um, so, the practical magic card you had is believe, and it's a symbol. And it's like, it looks like a sheriff badge to me with a star, but there's no writing on it. So it feels like maybe there's a position of power or authority you could have, or maybe starting your own business, or maybe asking, or maybe there's people pressuring you from a position of power to choose something that maybe you don't want to choose. And if you don't want to choose it and you're just feeling pressured by them, it's not for you. You know, you would know if they were like being like, "Yeah, do this," and you were like, "Oh, that's a great idea. I'll do it." You'll know right away if it's for you or not that way, you know? You also have spirituality and religion and ships from the past lives deck. Um, Ship and spirituality and religion, it's like you're forging a new path on spirituality. You might even be devoting yourself anew to it. But it's like maybe discovering new things, maybe learning about it more. I no, that's a personal thing. I don't have to say that. Anyways, it had no pertaining to the reading. Um, But yeah, it doesn't have to be religion. It could be spirituality if that's what you're into. That's why it's both. It's whatever path you're into. You could be an atheist and still like do tarot and stuff, right? Um, I don't care. Whatever, as long as you're not hurting yourself or others, I don't really care what you believe in. Um, the King of Cups, the Devil, and the Knight of Pentacles. I asked for clarification on the Devil, and it feels like you're getting bad advice from somebody when it comes to career. Um, because it's the Knight of Pentacles, so it might be your finances or career. Sorry if you hear the dogs barking in the background. So you have King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Devil. Somebody's giving you bad advice about money or career this year. Don't listen to them. Somebody might be pressuring you to do something because it looks good on paper, or or something, and they might be really convincing because the Devil is a sweet talker, especially in this deck. Um, Yeah, and on the bottom of the Oracle deck for love is Conquest, and then on the bottom of this deck, the Tarot deck, is the Emperor. So I feel like somebody's just trying to give you bad advice about something, and they're really putting on the pressure. And then you have the King of Cups here, so you know what path is for you, right? He looks to be meditating. He's holding up a cup and looks to be meditating, right? So the King of Cups already knows which path to take. Again, listen to that little voice that whispers in your ear. Ignore all the outside voices. Before you make any big decisions, go out and think about it. Sorry, my alarm just went off. So that must be confirmation. Before you make any big decisions, go out and you're not on a timer. You can't miss what's meant for you. Even if you somehow quote unquote miss what's meant for you, it's going to come back around even if it's in different packaging. So say I do believe in right person, wrong timing. Um, the rejection is divine protection. So if say you meet somebody and you feel like they will be the love of your life and it doesn't work out for whatever reason, it it's not meant for you then. Maybe it'll come around later again. Maybe it'll be the same person just grown. Maybe it'll be a different person that's better suited for you. But because you found that one person that's that good, right? You can find somebody equal to or better than that. Um, but yeah, same with this. Like, you can't miss what's meant for you. So don't let them put you on a timer. You're on your own time. Embrace the catalyst. You know? When you know it's the right choice, you'll make a snap decision. When you know for sure it's for you, there's no reason to hold yourself back, right? All right, that's it for you. My pile number three. My special pile. I hope this year is an amazing, blessed year for you. And I'm sorry that like I couldn't get this to you sooner. Um, yeah. Okay. Bye bye, doves.